Are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to use two hands. Oh God. Pull. Oh. Hello, I'm Sally from Natural Spa Supplies, and this year's Christmas project is to make your own eco crackers. Here's my eco cracker, and every part of this cracker is biodegradable. And every part of this cracker is made from something that I've just had laying around. People can think that Christmas is just all about consumerism, but you can change that. You can have an eco-Christmas by sort of introducing people to these natural products. You can help them to value the natural world, and you can actually give them something in their cracker that is useful to them. So you're going to need the following things. You'll need the inner tube for the cracker. This is from a kitchen roll, and it's, I'll tell you how big it is. It's about 4.5, just over 4.5 centimetres. And this is from the inside of a, I think it was some wrapping paper, and it's quite tiddly. It's 3.5 centimetres in there, so do bear that in mind when you're making your crackers with regards to what you want to put inside your eco crackers. A kitchen roll will make 2 crackers, and I'm sure I'll get 6 out of this long, 5 or 6 out of this long gift wrap paper in a tube. So those are vital. You can't go very far without those. You're going to need to cut them, so I've got a really nice Stanley knife here actually, which is easy to use. And you're probably going to need some scissors. You might be more comfortable with a ruler. Here's some of my jute string. If you're an existing customer, you'll probably have lots of this already. And some brown tape, which is actually brown paper with rubber on the back. So it's all biodegradable. Everything is biodegradable here. Well, apart from the tools that I'm keeping. I've scaled these crackers on the size of a sheet of A4 paper, which means you don't even need to create a template, just take a sheet of paper. In fact, I found something I'd printed off on the printer, and I could even have used that or reused that. I'm using just brown greaseproof paper, but you do need to reinforce it, because if you roll it up, there's nothing really to pull on here, and you'll see with this one you can really grip it and pinch it. So the other thing that I'm using is I found a little bit of this kind of flexible card, and I'll show you how I form the stiffeners for the end of the cracker using the card. So you just need to sort of look around and dig around in your cupboards, and I'm sure all of these things will appear. So Christmas crackers, you've got to have a Christmas hat. You've got to have a joke or a motto or a challenge or a rhyme or a quiz or something in there. You've got to have these things. You've got to have these cracker snaps. I hope they work. Ah! Yeah, okay. Yeah, it worked. I better do that one again without screaming, I think. And every Christmas cracker needs to contain a novelty, a gift or a surprise. And remember, you're limited by your tube size. Kitchen roll holder or in a tube of gift wrap. I suppose you could always buy a postal tube and have something ginormous inside as well. So I think we're ready to start making them. I've got a little selection of gifts here, and I've got my 2 tubes, so we'll be able to see what goes in what tube. Remember, kitchen roll holder inside of gift wrap. So let's start with the obvious. That's going to go in the kitchen roll holder, so put that over there. These will just, well, lengthways, doesn't make much odds. So, but they'll certainly fit in the small tubes. I put them there. That won't. This will go in here, but you might want to wrap it because when you pull the cracker, the contents can go absolutely anywhere. and I don't want that breaking, so you could wrap it, or you could perhaps tape it in the tube somehow. But yeah, certainly that's something for the bigger tube. Likewise with the, oh, it fits in there, how sweet. The Argan Oil. You could tape this in here if you want to put that inside a cracker. These will be fine. They will poke out slightly, but I think we can accommodate that somehow. I think the crackers will still work. That's going to have to go in this one, yes. This one, lip balm, that's the hemp soap, by the way, and men love it for shaving. It's also great for washing and combination skin. Alum, yes, that will fit in the little tube. Sponge, yes, we can make that fit. You'd normally get 2 of this size in a packet, so that would actually do 2 crackers. And a little putty cat comb, because one of the crackers I'm making is for putty cat. And it's fantastic against cat fleas. That was certainly, yes, fit into the small tube. So I think we've got our 2 piles now, and we can actually start making them. So as I mentioned before, the kitchen tube, or half of it, forms the middle of the cracker, and then this is paper which is lined on the inside with a stiffener. So I'll show you how to mark up the stiffeners. So here's my A4 sheet of paper under here, my brown paper. Put my stiffening card on top. Put the kitchen roll holder so it's in the middle, and you can make a small mark if you like. Now make a big mark, a finger further in, and that's my cut line. I'll cut this one out, and then I'll know the measurement for the stiffener that goes at this end of the cracker. So here we go. That's my guide for the other end of the cracker. So we are nearly ready to roll it all up. Sort of decorated side out. Well, it will be decorated soon, don't you worry. Here's the tube in the middle. Here's the stiffeners. Note there's that little finger gap between the stiffener and the tube. That's because when you scrunch the cracker together, you need that gap, or you won't be able to scrunch it. So I'm going to stick these stiffeners in place. So take them right to the edge of the cracker. So in this zone you've just got the paper covering. And it's time to put my snapper inside. Now we're ready to roll, so without further ado, that's nearly a cracker. And shall I go all the way along? Yes, it will make it harder to tear, but it will tear. Let's cut the excess off. Right, so there we are. There's our cracker with the snap held inside. So it's all going according to plan at the moment. Yeah. Here's my cracker ready to fill. It's going to be scrunched there. It's going to be tied with the string. This is actually one for the putty cat. So there's the little gift it's going to get. Put that in. I fear the hat may be rather large, so I'm going to redesign it and just stick that together now. So I think that might be more elegant. So Putty Cat crown can go in the wrapper, in the cracker. And a joke. Now I'm not going to look at these because I want to find them funny. So put that joke in there. There we go, everything's in there, and I'm going to scrunch it closed. Oops, now with the help of the string, remember, it does give a better finish. So there we go. Just encourage that to scrunch. Oh, well, okay, that one needs to go in there a bit. I'll just snip that off. So, yeah, that's going great. I'm going to have to label this because I don't want anybody else to get the cat comb. As far as decorating the crackers, I've made a little tiny posy with alder cones and hawthorn and yew here, and you can pretty much find these in the hedgerows. So these are little tiny alder cones, and if you collect them now, they'll stay in good condition. That's a yew, that's an evergreen. It's often found in hedges. That's easy to find. Here's some gorgeous hawthorn berries, so you could cut a little sprig off here and a little sprig off here and tape them together. They'll look amazing. Here are some rose hips. They're very pretty. And you'll always be able to find ivy, which is evergreen. And you could be quite artistic with a long piece of ivy and sort of wrap it around the cracker and things, and perhaps even use your cracker decorations instead of table decorations, or to enhance them. Well, that's pretty good. That's 2 down and 10 to go. Here are these amazing little things that you can squeeze into your eco crackers again. The little tiny silk Fina sponges, I think you get 2 for £5. Nice Argan lip balm, all unfragranced. Amazing shaving soap. You can't get a shaving rash with this. And yeah, and organic and pure rose water. That's quite rare nowadays. Organic argan oil. Old-fashioned bristle toothbrushes. Little tiny spoon. Incredibly useful stiff nail brush. Hear the stiffness on there, it's really good. You could make up a little soap nut sample if you've got some instructions left over and a few soap nuts. That just costs pennies to make. Or an amazingly useful piece of Alum Styptic, which is great for insect bites and all sorts of other things as well. In fact, this piece is probably just about big enough to try as a deodorant. So again, by giving these little eco gifts, you can transform the way people around you live, and we can all make it, in that way, a better planet. So thank you very much for watching this video. I really do hope that you managed to make these. They are very easy, I managed it. And have a good read about our products on the website, where I put lots of detail and other videos about each product. So I think it's time now that we need to test out one of our creations to see if they actually work. So we'll start with one hand. I think it's going to be a two-handed cracker. So I could say, don't squash it yet. Okay, so how do we start it off again? So I've got my assistant to help me now. So let's give this cracker a good test. Are you ready? Yeah. Okay. I'm going to use 2 hands. Oh God! Pull. Oh. Okay. So let's see what you've got. You've got a mangled hat. You have to put the. Oh no! I put the wrong hat in. This was the leftover from the Putty Cat hat. Okay, right. I'm glad we used this in the test cracker. And look at that. Oh, a joke. Come into the frame, Scott. What's your joke? I don't know what it is.
Oh dear. Who's that at the door?
Who's that at the door? I don't know.
The invisible men. The joke is, tell him I can't see him.
Oh.
I think it's supposed to be the butler. Oh no.
No.
Sir, who was at the door? Butler, the invisible man. Tell him I can't see him.
Okay, look, let's just look at it. No, it's a great joke, Scott. Look, you read it. It's funny. If you read it, it's actually funnier, probably. There you go. Can you read that? Yeah, brilliant. Okay. Well, look, they work, and maybe a little bit less tape next time. And yeah, have a very happy Christmas.